Hey, this is AI with Dhruv, where we turn AI into outcomes. Today, we're diving deep into something I think is a total game changer: Claude Code Agent Teams. We're going to move way beyond just single prompts and start orchestrating entire teams of AIs that can build complex applications right in front of you. So if you're ready to unlock that next level of AI development, you are absolutely in the right place.
And look, that quote, that's not some exaggeration. That's really what happens when you get an agent team structured just right. I mean, imagine describing a startup idea and then just watching an AI team build out a polished, animated landing page. We're talking copy, colors, the whole shebang. In this explainer, I'm going to show you the exact framework behind these incredible results and, of course, how you can build your own.
All right, so let's start with the fundamentals. What is an agent team, really? It's way more than just a clever name. It's a whole new way of thinking about how we can use AI to solve big problems.
Okay, think of it like a real-life software team. You've got a team lead, that's your main Claude session, and it puts together a crew of specialized teammates. Now, the magic isn't just that they share a to-do list. The real unlock, the thing that changes everything, is that they can talk directly to each other. Your front-end dev agent can literally message the back-end dev and ask, hey, is that API endpoint ready yet? And the QA agent can flag a bug for both of them to fix. It's this dynamic, collaborative system that makes it so powerful. Now, you might be thinking, hang on, doesn't this just sound like subagents? And yeah, that's a super common point of confusion, but they are fundamentally different, and knowing when to use which one is absolutely critical for getting good results without, burning through all your tokens.
So here's the bottom line. It all comes down to communication. With subagents, it's a one-way street. They do a task, they report back to the main agent. That's it. They never, ever talk to each other. Agent teams, on the other hand, are all about that peer-to-peer messaging, which makes them perfect for complex jobs that need some back and forth. The trade-off? It's token cost. Each and every teammate is a full Claude instance, so teams are more expensive. The rule of thumb is simple. Use subagents for linear A to B to C tasks, and use teams for real collaborative problem solving.
All right, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty. The best way to learn this stuff is just by doing it. So I'm going to walk you through the practical steps to set up and launch your very first agent team. And trust me, it's surprisingly straightforward. Getting started is really just a simple 3-step process. First, we've got to enable the experimental feature. Then we'll give the team some essential context to work with. And finally, we'll craft the specific prompt that brings that whole team to life. First things first, we need to turn the feature on. Because agent teams are still experimental, they're off by default. All you have to do is open your project's settings.json file, and hey, if you can't find it, just ask Claude to open it for you, and then just add this one single line. That's it. Your project is now officially team ready. Now, here's a pro tip that I use all the time, and it makes a huge difference. Before you even ask it to build a team, give the agent its own instruction manual. Just go to the official Claude Code docs for agent teams, copy all that content, and then ask Claude to save it as a markdown file inside a local docs folder. So why do this? Well, it gives the team a local reference guide on its own capabilities, which leads to way more effective and accurate performance. It's kind of like giving your team the playbook before the game even starts. Okay, this brings us to the secret sauce, the 3-part prompt. First, you state the goal. This is so critical because new agents have 0 chat history. The goal is the only shared context they all have. Second, you explicitly ask it to create a team, and you specify the model and the number of agents. And finally, you define the roles with as much precision as you can. Don't just say backend dev. Say something like, you are the backend developer. You are responsible for the REST API. When you're done, message the front-end dev. This structure is really the key to getting predictable, successful outcomes. Okay, so you've got a team up and running. Awesome. Now, how do we take it from a fun little experiment to a professional-grade tool? This next section is all about the best practices I use to get real, shippable results. So yeah, getting a team running is the first step, but getting it running well, that's the real goal. So here are the hard and fast rules I always follow to dodge the common pitfalls and get professional-level results. These 4 rules, for me, they're non-negotiable. First, file ownership. You have to assign specific files to each agent. If 2 agents try to edit the same file, they're just going to overwrite each other's work. It's a guaranteed mess. Second, explicit communication. Never assume. Always specify who should get a message, like message the QA agent directly. Third, small teams. Trust me, 3 to 5 agents is the sweet spot. Any more than that, and it just leads to chaos and skyrocketing token costs. And finally, remember, full context up front. Agents have no memory of your chat. Everything they need to know has to be in that initial prompt. And this really gets to the heart of it. You have to define what done actually looks like. Build a website is, well, it's a useless prompt because it's so vague. You have to be specific. A good prompt defines the exact end state, the tech stack, the required features, and even the deliverables you expect, like a QA report. This level of clarity is everything if you want good results.
Now, if you're doing serious development, you absolutely need the Tmux Split-Pane view. Tmux is a terminal multiplexer, and this feature is awesome. It lets you see each agent working in its own window, all at the same time. You can literally watch them create files and message each other in real time. But even more importantly, you can jump into any agent's pane and give them direct feedback. It gives you the visibility and control you need for effective team management. And last but not least, please don't just kill the session when you're finished. Use the proper shutdown protocol. You just ask the team lead to shut down, and it sends a request to each teammate. The teammates then get a chance to say, hey, hold on, I'm not done, let me just save my files. And once they confirm their work is saved, they shut down cleanly. This prevents lost work and makes sure your project is left in a stable state. It's a simple step, but a vital one.
So we've covered a lot, from the initial setup to advanced management. What's the one single thing you should really take away from all this?
Here it is. Agent teams are not for simple one-off tasks. They are a specialized tool designed for complex, collaborative work, the kind of work that requires multiple AIs to reason, discuss, and build something together. By mastering the setup I've shown you, and especially that goal, team, roles, prompting pattern, you can turn a general-purpose AI into a specialized, high-performing team that delivers real, tangible outcomes.
And that's a wrap on Claude Code Agent Teams. I use these techniques every single day, and I am genuinely excited to see what you build with them. For more practical AI workflows just like this, follow AIwithDhruv and check out AIwithDhruv.com. So now, my only question for you is, what complex problem are you going to solve with your first agent team?